Hi, everyone. It's our last day. Kind of sad about that. No, I think I'll sleep better. I get so excited about everything I'm going to share with you during the day that at night it's like Christmas Eve every night this week. And I still can't sleep on Christmas Eve because I just get so excited. So that's where I'm at. It's kind of crazy. Okay, we're going to check and make sure we're actually here. Um, welcome everyone. We'll just wait a minute for people to get pulled in. How are things going? We finally got some rain here. It was so nice. I love the smell of rain. And as I went on my walk, it smelled so good. Like you could smell sage and pine in the air and along with the smell of rain, you know that smell. My daughter calls it wet rocks, but she did when she was little. She doesn't so much now that she's an adult, but it was a really cute thing. So it just was so refreshing and so nice to walk after a rain. It was beautiful. So, hey, Polly, welcome. Glad to have you here. Um, as you come on, go ahead and introduce yourself. Say where you're from. We'll just wait a minute and I'll just chat here a moment while we wait for people to get on here. So, like I said, I'm going to be sad to have this go. I've enjoyed learning from you as we have discussed what we're doing here, and as I've shared my love of scrap quilting, it is my love and it brings me so much joy, and I find so much joy as I share it with you. And I hope that in some small way it makes your life better. So today we're going to talk about putting our quilt up on a design wall. Whether you have a design wall like my design wall, my boys made that for me for Christmas one year, and although I have refinished my sewing area, it used to be just an unfinished room in the basement, and this last year I have finished it off. I made the contractor take it down and put it back up so I would have it in my sewing room. Welcome, Lynn. Welcome. We're happy to have you here. So whether your design wall is like a part of the structure of your home like mine is, or whether you use another method, like when my kids were little, I would lay things just out on the floor, which was, it's what I had and what I could do, but there were pets going through my patterns and when they would move the blocks around because they'd walk, and I had babies rolling through it. So I'm very grateful to have my one on the wall that doesn't get disturbed. So there are times when I have more than one quilt going that I do still use the floor, but since my kids are grown and we don't have a pet at this time, it doesn't get as disturbed. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how I did both of the jumbo scrappy quilts. For the one that I made for my son and daughter-in-law, as well as the one here, I kind of put them up differently. Like the wedding quilt, I made the blocks and threw them up, whereas the one behind me with all the different colors and stuff, I kind of cut and put things up before the blocks were sewn to make sure that it went well. So Polly says she wants to thank everyone for their ideas in case people are not reading the chat. I've made my choices to do mine with blues and white batiks. Oh, that will be really pretty, Polly. I can't wait to see. With snowball theme. You went with the stuff that we discussed when we build upon things. That's wonderful, Polly. That's great. Good. Okay. I'm going to show you how I put up the wedding quilt one. Just a second. I gotta switch things around here. So I just like throw things up on the wall to begin with. I did start with the star points. And I'm not being real particular how I put things together as I put stuff up here. I'm just kind of throwing it up, and then I'll step back, you'll see here in a bit, and kind of manipulate and move things around. But right now I'm just like throwing up what I cut out. So I had made sure that I had enough pieces, that there were the half story triangles for the points and everything, and then I was just kind of throwing things onto the wall. Lynn, if you're wanting a friendship star that finishes at 8 inches, a friendship star is just a 9 patch. Oh, that is a little more tricky, huh? I will write later in the comments, or Lynn, if you email me, I will help you with that math. I can't just do it in my head right now, especially since I haven't had a lot of sleep. But because I'm just so excited sharing this with you. Sorry. Once I get everything up, then I'm going to move things around that I don't like. Like these are too similar, so I'm going to move stuff around. I noticed down here I have this similar, so we're going to move some stuff around. And just kind of step back. This, originally I had thought about doing it this way. Flying geese or something. So as you can see, I had some pinwheels already. I thought I'm gonna go with that theme. It will look good with 3 of them. So I have the video talking, and I'm trying not to talk over where I'm at because I can't keep the sound going. All right. All right. So that is how I did the jumbo Scrappy star. Now I'm going to show you with the autumn one. I had everything up on the wall. I was putting it up, and this is me just taking the different parts down and sewing them together as the blocks came together, because it was kind of messy up on the wall when they weren't sewn together and things were not always fitting correctly. But because you have seam allowance, so it doesn't always work that way. Anyway, so that's kind of how I put the things up on the design wall. I just move things around if it looks like I have things that, like there's too much dark in one area and I need to move things around, or if I have similar fabrics right next to each other. So that is how I kind of put things up. And you can do that. So on your design wall, whether you use a design wall, like I said, like mine, that is foam board mounted to your wall, and you can put flannel or batting over the top of it, or you can use your floor, or if you want to go to like Alla Dollar or some like Target or Walmart and get one of those flannel back tablecloths, you can pin that to your wall and use that. That works as a great design wall. So, but the design wall just allows you to figure out where things are going before you sew, so that you're happy with the effect altogether. If you go to the Facebook page today, you can kind of see what Helen has done with hers. She's put it up on the design wall. She's also taken a picture with the black and white so she can see the value in things. So that can kind of give you an idea of, that's why I use a design wall. And it also helps me make sure that I'm sewing everything in the correct order. I know there are people who can like take all the blocks and they're set in rows and sew them all together and then sew the rows together. I always get a block twisted or in the wrong position. So I just take it one at a time off of my design wall and sew it. That's my method, because I'm just not good at any other method. So that's okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So that's what I have for today. I want to encourage everyone to, if you've enjoyed this process and what you've learned with value and color and design, to take it a step further and join me in Discovering Hidden Quilts, where we're going to turn our scraps and stash into beautiful quilts. I have over 15 years of experience with designing and teaching quilting. I have been quilting longer than that. Like I said in the first workshop, I got my first machine when I was 10. So in junior high and high school, I made a couple quilts for what my dad called my hopeless chest. So I have a lot of experience, and I want to share that experience with you. So I'll help you overcome your fears of worrying about what fabrics you're pulling and what designs to use, because I will give you lots of examples and ways to manipulate blocks and color and design so that you get the effect that you would like in your quilts. I'll take your hand and help you build your confidence in your skills and ability. I'll show you different ways to make the basic unit so that you know which method is best for you and what method you're most accurate with. I'll help you find joy as you create through this process. Nothing makes me happier than to dive into my scrap bins and watch as they evolve into a quilt. And I want to share that joy with you and help you do that. So we will do that in Discovering Hidden Quilts. I'm going to put in the comments here where you can go so that maybe I'm going to sign in. I'm not. I will put into the comments after where you can go, and I will be sending out emails today with links and information about Discovering Hidden Quilts, because today is the last day that you will be able to get the bonus content. So I think that I've got this. So in the bonus content, it will come in a similar workbook like your Jumbo Scrappy Star came in, and like there's this heart in here, so you can make this as a wedding quilt. It would be a fun wedding quilt, or you could do like a Valentine quilt. There is another option that will be shown you in the workbook that you will receive when you sign up for Discovering Hidden Quilts. But this bonus material is only available through today. There's also the sphere, and I made a happy jack with my sphere. You can also do like, you can make a bad jack if you wanted to. You could make a Christmas ornament if you want to. It'd be a fun Christmas quilt. You could also do another fall theme. I did like an apple. Those things are in the workbook, so that is available for you. Let's see. So like I said, in Discovering Hidden Quilts, you will find the basic units and your best method to use them. There's dozens of downloadable patterns for you to download and use. And then with those patterns, we throw stuff up on the design wall, and I show you lots of different ways, like we did yesterday with the half square triangles, where we move them around and see all the different ways that they can come together. And you'll have near real-time access to me. Like if you have questions, you can put them in, you can just type them in the Discovering Hidden Quilts, and I answer those questions within 24 hours, unless you ask them on a Saturday after 10, and then you're not going to hear from me until Monday, because I take Sundays off. So, but you will have near real-time access for all of your questions while you're in Discovering Hidden Quilts. You have lifetime access to all of this, so you don't need to feel like you're drinking from a fire hose and you need to do everything really quickly. You have lifetime access to all of the modules that are in there, and these are quick and easy to follow videos so that you can get busy creating. So let's see what's possible and the things that you can discover when you go into discovering hidden quilts. Nope, this has moved. Let me move them down. Whoop, I'm moving the wrong thing. Sorry, technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. So this is one of our twist and turn blocks. It's a Majestic Mountain. So that is in Discovering Hidden Quilts with the twist and turn unit. There's the 2 blocks. You may have seen this yesterday. This is just a 16 patch mixed with Drunkard's Path. So we have lots of 2 block quilts in there. This is another of the twist and turn blocks. This is just half square triangles that have been manipulated to make the star and the radiating rays out. There's going to be strips and string quilts. So we'll talk about manipulating the angles of your strip quilts to get a different look for how things come together. This is the pineapple. This is my Tropicalia. It's also in Discovering Hidden Quilts. This is another just Majestic Mountain block that has been twisted and turned and added with a chain block. So that's also available in Discovering Hidden Quilts. This is a play on the log cabin. It's also in the twists and turns. So we go over the log cabin, we go over Drunkard's Path, we go over Majestic Mountain, like I've said. So rail fence, did I say that one? So there's lots of different blocks that we put up on the design wall, and we discover lots of different ways that we can make our quilts look. We also play with scale. These are just half square triangles. They're different sizes. So so playing with scale can add interest and just make your quilt more fun. It's just a fun way to add some depth. This is another 2 block. It's just string blocks along with 9 patches. So that is great. And you'll see that in Discovering Hidden Quilts. Here's another strips and strings. This is a spider web. I show how to do it Scrappy, and I show how to do it controlled so that you can decide how you want to use your strips to make this look. Like I said, we're going to find your favorite method for half square triangles, for flying geese, for 4 patches, all those basic units so that you can find what method works best for you and you are most accurate with. Here's another one where we played with scale. This is with the bear paw. So you can see how, and in Discovering Hidden Quilts, I explain how you put together blocks that are different sizes. I give you several different methods for doing that. So like if your B blocks are a different size when they come back to you, I give you solutions for that. If you have orphan blocks and you want to make what I call a Plan B quilt, I give solutions for that. So that is what we can find in Discovering Hidden Quilts. I hope that you'll join me there. I don't want this to end. I've had so much fun sharing this information with you. I hope you've enjoyed it too. Give me feedback. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, so I can improve in the future. And I hope to see you in Discovering Hidden Quilts. Thanks. Bye-bye.